Good morning students, how are you all? Hope you're all good at home. So in today's class we are going to study grammar. Okay, so in grammar we are going to study about articles. Okay, what is the topic? Articles. So you have already known what is meant by articles. Now let us see them. Okay. First we are going to see about the definition of articles. Articles are used to point out or refer to the noun. Repeat after me. Articles are used to point out or refers to the noun. So what is meant by noun? So we have already know what is meant by noun. Noun is the name of the person, place, thing or the animal. So this article points out the noun. Okay, it will point the noun and it will also refers the noun. So that is known as articles. Words that are used before the nouns. So this article comes before the noun. Okay, the article comes before the noun. So what are the articles? A and the. Okay, so you have already know this. A and the. So article means it's nothing but articles are used to. Okay, so article is a word. So that word is used to point out or refers to the noun. So this article refers the noun. It points out the noun. So the articles are A and the. And the words that are used before the noun. So this article comes before the noun. Okay. Now we have seen the definition of articles. Now let us see the type of articles. So there are two types of articles. What are they? They are definite articles and indefinite articles. Okay, so this article is classified into two types. The first type is definite article and the second type is the indefinite article. So what is meant by definite articles? So we say the as the definite article. Okay, so the is the definite article and a and an are indefinite article. A and an are indefinite articles. Now let us see. Definite article. They refer to a particular person, place, thing. They refer to a particular person, place and thing. So definite article means it's nothing but it is of expressing, it is of saying to a particular name of the person, place or the things. That is known as definite article. Like pronoun. Okay, so in pronoun we will refer to a specific person, place, thing or the animal. Like that. This definite article refers to particular name of the person, particular name of the place, particular name of the thing. So that is known as definite articles. So for that we will use the article the. Okay, so definite article we will use the word the. Example: the boy, the gadgets. So the boy refers to the particular name of a person. Okay, so the particular name of the person, and this gadgets refers to the particular name of the reader. Okay. So the examples are the boy, the gadgets. Okay, have you understood what is meant by definite articles? So we will refer the as the definite article. So definite article means it is of representing the particular name of the person, particular name of the place, particular name of the thing. Okay, have you understood? Shall we move on to the indefinite article? So in indefinite article there are two and sorry, a and an. Okay. They do not refer to any particular or definite person, place, thing. So this indefinite article is opposite to the definite article. In definite article we will refer to the particular things. Okay. So in indefinite articles we won't refer the particular person, place, thing or the article. So that is known as indefinite articles. Example: an umbrella, a boy, a book. So in this case, an umbrella. So it doesn't represent the particular thing. Okay, so the type of the umbrella, the color of the umbrella, how the umbrella is. So we have been representing to something else. Okay, like this, a boy. So this boy may be whoever. Okay, so in this also we didn't represent the boy as a particular person. Like that, a book. So in this book also we didn't refer to the particular name of the book. We have mentioned it as a common book. We have mentioned it as a common book. So it is known as indefinite articles. Okay, have you understood? Indefinite articles means it's nothing but a and an are called the indefinite articles. So they do not refer to any particular or definite person, place, thing. Example, an umbrella, a wall, a book. Have you understood this? Shall we record from first? So articles means it's nothing but articles are used to point out or refers to the noun. So we have seen what is meant by noun. Noun means the name of the person, place, thing or the animal. So this article points out only the noun. And this article is classified into the a and the words that are used before the noun. So this article comes before only the noun. Okay. And this article is of two types. The first type is definite article and second type is the indefinite article. So what is meant by definite articles? Definite article means the and indefinite articles means a and an. So indefinite articles they refer to a particular person, place or thing. Example, the boy, the gadgets. So in indefinite articles they do not refer to any particular or definite person, place, thing. Example, an umbrella, a boy, a book. Have you understood this? Okay. Now let us see where to use a and the. Okay. So there are some rules to be followed. Let us see them. So usage of a. First of all, we are going to say about the usage of a. Before a consonant. So this a has been used only before the consonants. So what is meant by consonant? Consonant means except the vowel, the remaining letters are known as consonants. So what is meant by consonant? Sorry, vowel. Vowel means you have already known. Vowel means A, E, I, O, U. Tell me after me. A, E, I, O, U. So these are 5 letters are known as vowels, and except these 5 letters, the remaining words are known as consonants. So this A comes before the consonant. So look at here, I have an example, a tiger, a toy. So what is the first letter in this word tiger? T. Is T a consonant or a vowel? Very good. T is a consonant letter. So we have added A. Okay. Likewise, a toy. So what is the first letter of this toy? T. So T is a consonant letter. So we have added A. Okay. Have you understood? Before a consonant. So this A comes before the consonant. Also before a word beginning with a vowel but sounding like consonant. Also before a word beginning with a vowel. So in this case, in a word the letter will be starts with vowel, okay, but sounding like consonant. So how the sound will be? The sound will be with consonant, but the word starts with the vowel. Look at the example. One, okay, one. So, what is the first letter? O. This O, a vowel or a consonant? O is a vowel, okay. So, this word starts with the letter O, vowel, but it sounds like consonant. How will you say? You should not say as one, okay. So, that is one. You have to pronounce it as one. So, in that case, it sounds like consonant V, okay, one. So, it sounds like consonant V. So we have added okay, one would be coin. Have you understood this? Also before a word beginning with a vowel but sounding like consonant. So the word starts with the letter vowel. O is a vowel, but this word sounds like consonants as one. The word sounds with the letter V. So we have added A, okay, one would be coin. Have you understood this? The usage of A. So have to use A before the consonant, okay? A tiger, a toy. Also before a word beginning with a vowel but sounding like consonant. Okay, have you understood? One would be coin. Next we are going to see about the usage of and. Next we are going to see about the usage of and. Before a word beginning with a vowel. So that have to use before a word beginning with a vowel. So where we have to use and before the vowel. The word that starts with the vowel. Okay, so A, E, I, O, U. If the letter starts with these the word starts with these 5 letters, we have to add the and. Okay. So, an apple, an eagle. So, in this case, look at this word apple. Okay. So, the letter starts with A. A a vowel, very good. A is a vowel. So, we have added an apple. Likewise, an eagle. So he is a vowel. So we have added an. Okay. So before a word beginning with a vowel, an apple and eagle. Next, before a word beginning with a consonant but having a vowel sound. So in this case, the word starts with a consonant. Okay, the word starts with consonant letter, but it will sound like vowel. Let's see the example. MBA, MBA. So this M is a consonant. Am I right? It is a consonant, but it sounds like MBA, A. Okay, A, MBA. So that A is a vowel. It sounds like vowel. So we have added an. Okay, next an hour. An hour. Hour. You should not say as hour. An hour. So it also sounds like vowel A. Hour. Okay. So we have added an. Likewise, an honest. An honest. Okay. You should not pronounce it as honest. It's honest. So it sounds like letter O. The vowel. Okay. So we have added an. Have you understood this? So this usage of an is it comes before a word beginning with the vowel. The vowels are A, E, I, O, U. So if the word starts with these vowels, you have to add an. Likewise, before a word beginning with a consonant but having a vowel sound. So if a word starts with a consonant letter but it sounds like vowel, you have to add an. Okay? An MBA, an are, and honest. Have you understood how to use an in a sentence? Okay students, now let us going to see about the usage of the. Okay, so we have seen the usage of a and usage of an. Now we are going to see about the usage of they. Okay, before a word denoting a particular person or thing. So now you have to use when we mention a particular name of a person, place, thing, we have to use the word a. Okay, we have to use the article. Sorry, we have to use the article the. Okay, before a word denoting a particular place, person or thing, we have to use the word the. Example: the girl. If we are representing to a person, the girl. Okay, a girl. We have to use the word the. Okay, the girl. The car. So we are representing a particular thing. Okay, so there is a car. So we are representing the particular car. So in that case, we have to use the article the car, the house. So this is the thing. The car, the house are the thing, and the girl is a person. Okay, so if we represent to a particular person or thing or the place or the article, we have to use the article the. Okay, next. Before the names of the seas, rivers, mountain, holy books. So and also we have to use the word they before the names of seas, rivers, mountains and holy books. Have you understood? Example: the Nile. So Nile is a river. While pointing out to a river, we have to use the article the Nile. We should not say it as a Nile or an Nile. So if we represent to a river, we have to use the word the. Likewise, the Bay of Bengal. Okay, the Bay of Bengal. So what is the Bay of Bengal? Bay of Bengal is the sea. Okay, while representing the sea, we have to use the article the Bay of Bengal. Next, the Bible. Okay, so if we represent to a particular group, we have to use the article the. Understood? So the usage of the is before a word denoting a particular person, thing or the place, we have to use the word the girl, the car, the house. Likewise, before the names of the seas, rivers, mountains, holy books, what we have to use? We have to use the word the. Have you understood? The Nile, the Bay of Bengal, the Bible. Okay students, so next we are going to see about subject-verb agreement. Okay, what subject-verb agreement. So what is the subject? Subject means noun. Very good. So what is the noun? Noun means the name of the person, place, thing or the animal. And what is meant by verb? Verb means it is of representing the action. Okay, what is meant by action? Very good. So I am teaching. So teach is an action and you are listening. So that listen is an action. Okay. So verb is nothing but is the action verb. Okay. Now I have written two examples for you. Okay. Now let's Jaya and Priya are in my class. Repeat after me. Jaya and Priya are in my class. The cows are gazing. The cows are gazing. So, what is the subject in the sentence? Very good. The subject is Jaya and Priya. And what is the subject in this sentence? The cows. Okay. And what is the verb? Very good. The verb is are in the first sentence, and in the second sentence also the verb is are. Okay. So now let us see this. The verb in the sentence must agree with the subject. The verb in the sentence must agree with the subject. So what I have said, so in the sentence, the verb should agree with the subject. So if the subject is singular, the verb should also be in singular. If the subject is plural, the verb should also be in plural form. So Jaya and Priya. So there are two persons. So it represents two persons. So is that a singular or plural? Very good. The sentence is plural form. Okay, because there are two persons. So it is plural. So if the subject is plural, the verb should also be plural. So are is the plural. So if the sentence is in a plural subject, the verb should also be in plural. Likewise, the cows. So is cows a singular or plural? The cows is a plural word. Okay, cow is singular and cows are plural. So if the subject is plural, the verb should also be plural. Have I understood this? So the verb in the sentence must agree with the subject. This means that the singular subject takes singular verb and plural subject takes plural verb. So I have written an example for you. Okay, nouns. So these are all the nouns. So boy, girl, and bird. And I have written verbs also. Plays, sings, hops. So these are all the action words. So that is known as the verb. So singular, plural. So in singular, boys. How you will say in plural? Boys. Next, in singular form we will say as girl. And in plural form we will say as girls. And in singular we have say as bird. And in plural form we will say it as birds. Okay, so boy, boys. Girl, girls. Bird, birds. So this is the nouns. Okay, but in verb, how you will denote? In singular, boy plays. Okay, now we will start this question. Plays, sings, hops. Play, sing, hop. Okay, so this is the verb in singular and plural. So we have to relate this, the subject and the verb. So if the subject is singular, the verb should be also in singular. Okay, so boy plays, girl sings, bird hops. So this is the correct form of the subject verb agreement. So if the subject is singular, the verb should also be in singular. If the subject is plural, the verb should also be in plural form. And boys play. Okay, so the nouns are in plural. This noun is nothing but the subject. Okay, so the subject is in plural. So how the verb should be? The verb should be also in plural. Okay, boys play, girls sing, birds hop. Okay, have you understood this? You should not say it as boy play, girl sing, bird hop. So in singular form, if the subject is singular, you have to use the verb also in singular. Subject is plural, you should use the verb in plural form. Okay, have you understood? Singular. Singular verbs go with singular noun. Okay, singular verb goes with singular noun. Plural verbs go with plural nouns. Okay, plural verbs go with plural nouns. So this won't change. You should not change that. Okay, I will repeat the first. Jaya and Priya are in my class. The cows are gazing. So if the subject is singular, you have to use the verb in singular. Subject is plural, you have to use the verb in plural form. The verb in a sentence must agree with the subject. This means that the singular subject takes singular verbs and plural subject takes plural verbs. So nouns and verbs. Singular plural, boy, boys, girl, girls, bird, birds. So in verb also plays, sings, hops, play, sing, hop. So what you have to do? In the singular form, you have to use the singular verb. Okay, and for the plural subject, you have to use the plural verb. Boy plays, girl sings, bird hops. Likewise, boys play, girls sing, birds hop. Singular verbs go with singular noun and plural verbs go with plural noun. Have you understood this? So in this subject verb agreement also there are some rules to be followed. Now let us see one by one. The first rule: when two or more subjects are joined by and, we use plural verb. Okay. When two or more subjects are joined, we by and, we use the plural form. So look at the example I have written here. So how many subjects are there in the sentence? One or two? There are two subjects. Okay. So if a sentence has two subjects and if the word and comes, what you have to do? You have to write the verb in the plural form. So all is the plural form. Okay. This is the singular form and all is the plural form. So you have to. So when two or more subjects are joined by and, we use plural verb. So the singular verb is and the plural verb is are. So in a sentence, if there are two subjects and if the word and comes, so what have to use? You have to use the plural verb. Okay, so the plural verb is are. So this is the first one, and we are going to see the second one. So I have written one more example for you. Ram and Sita are friends. Ram and Sita are friends. So how many subjects is there in the sentence? Two. Okay. So the first one is Ram and the second one is Sita. So there are two subjects and the word and comes here. The word and comes here. So we have added the plural verb. So what is the plural verb? Very good. Are. So Ram and Sita are friends. So next we are going to see the rule number 2. When two or more subjects are joined by or not, the verb is with final subject. When two or more subjects are joined by or not, the verb agrees with the final subject. So in this case also, if there are two subjects. So look at here, for example, neither Ravi nor his sister is coming. Okay, neither Ravi nor his sister is coming. So how many subjects are there? Very good. There are two subjects. And what are they? Ravi. Ravi is the first subject and his sister is the second subject. So there are two subjects. When two or more subjects are joined, so they have been joined, okay, by or not. So it has been comes with neither or not. Okay. It can be either or not or neither or not. So in a sentence, if two subjects comes and if the word neither nor or not comes, so what you have to do? You have to see the final subject. So what is the final subject in the sentence? The first subject is the Ravi and the final subject is the sister. Okay, this sister. So according to this final subject, you have to write the plural form. Okay. So this subject is singular or plural? Very good. This subject is the singular form. Okay, so the subject is singular form. How the verb should be? The verb should be in singular form. Okay, so we have written the singular form as is. Okay, neither Ravi nor his sister is coming. So in a sentence, if there are two subjects and if the word neither nor or nor comes, you have to look at the final subject. And according to the final subject, if the final subject is singular form, you have to write the verb in a singular form. If the final subject is in the plural form, you have to write the verb in plural form. So in this case, the final subject is sister and this sister is in the singular form. So we have written the verb also in singular form. In neither Ravi nor his sister is coming. Okay, have you understood this? Look at the second one. Neither Ravi nor his friends are coming. So in the sentence also there are two subjects. Okay, Ravi and his friends. There are two subjects and becomes neither nor. Becomes neither nor. So what you have to do? You have to define the subject. So what is the first subject here? The first subject is his friends. So is the friends singular or plural? Friends means more than one person. Okay, so there may be a lot of person. So it is in the plural form. So the subject is in the plural form. So how you have to write the verb? You have to write the verb also in plural form. So what is the plural form of this? The plural form of this is are. Okay, have you understood? So neither Ravi nor his friends are coming. Have you understood this? The rule number 2. Shall we read from first? When two or more subjects are joined by or nor, the verb agrees with final subject. Okay? The sentence has no subject and the verb comes or neither nor. What you have to do? Immediately you have to see the final subject, and if the final subject is the singular form, you have to write the verb in singular form. If the subject is plural form, you have to write the verb in plural form. Neither Ravi nor his sister is coming. So the sister is the singular subject, so you have to write the verb in singular form. Neither Ravi nor his friends are coming. So in second sentence, the subject is plural form, so we have to write the verb in plural form. So neither Ravi nor his friends are coming. Have you understood the second rule? Shall we move on to the third one? So in third one, we use singular or plural verbs with collective nouns. So what is meant by collective nouns? We can able to count the numbers. So if it is a collective noun, we can use either singular verb or plural verb. We can use either singular or plural verb. Look at the example. The audience is limited to 75. The audience is limited to 75. So this audience is a group of people. Okay, so seen as a whole. So we are seeing the audience as a whole. We didn't count them. Okay, so we are seeing as a whole. So we have to use the singular verb. The audience is limited to 75. The audience is limited to 75. Likewise, the audience are getting restless. The audience are getting restless. So in this case, there are many people. Okay, so all the people doesn't get restless. So more the people are getting restless, and we are able to count the numbers. Okay, seen as a collection. We have seen as a collection, but in this case, we have seen the audience as a whole. But in second case, we have seen the audience as a collection. Some of the people are getting. Some of the people are getting restless. So we have to see verb as plural. Okay, the audience are getting restless. So in first case, the audience is limited to 75 because we have seen the audience as a whole. And second sentence, the audience are getting restless, seen as a collection. Seen as a collection. So we have to use the verb in a plural form. So use singular or plural verb with collective nouns. So according to the sentence, we can be able to change the singular or the plural verb. So the audience is limited to 75. The audience are getting restless. For if we represent a whole team, we have to use the singular verb, and if we see it as a collection, we have to use the plural verb. And the next rule: if two subjects together express one single idea, the verb will be singular. Okay, if two subjects express the same idea, express the single idea or the same idea, what we have to use? We have to use the verb in singular form. Example: sambar and rice is his favorite food. So this sambar and rice expresses the same thing, the food. Okay, it expresses the same thing, food. So we have to use the singular verb. So the singular verb is this. Okay, sambar and rice is his favorite food. So this is the rule number 4. If two subjects together expresses one single idea, the verb will be in singular. And the fifth one, if we use singular verbs for each, every, someone, no one, anyone, everyone. So for these words we have to use only the singular verbs. So what are those words? Each, every, someone, no one, anyone, everyone. So if these words come, we have to use only the singular verb. Okay? So everyone is present today. Somebody is sitting. So in this sentence becomes everyone, somebody. So what we have to use? We have to use the singular verb. So we use singular verbs with each, every, someone, no one, anyone, everyone. Everyone is present today. Somebody is sitting. And this is the last some, any, almost, singular or plural depending on their use. So you have to keep in mind. Okay, these words you have to keep in mind. So some, any, almost. These words come in a sentence. You can use either singular verb or the plural verb according to the sentence. Because you have to read the sentence and after understanding, you have to choose either the singular or plural verb. Okay. For example, all the rice is over. All the rice is over. All of the rice is over. So in this sentence, what we have to use? We have used the singular verb because it refers to the singular subject. Okay. And all of my friends were here. The sentence, the friends is the plural subject. So we have used the plural verb. So for some, any, almost, we have to use either singular verb or the plural verb according to the sentence. Have you understood these students? Okay, students, this is your home assignment. Complete the given worksheet. So I will give you worksheets. What you have to do? You have to write the answer. Okay, complete the given worksheet. Hope you all understood the grammar. So next class. Thank you.